It turned to me in mid-January and said that we wouldn't have been playing football for the summer months. I'd have probably laughed at them and said, "You're having a laugh." I know it was very frightening for a lot of us when we got the go-ahead to go back on the 29th of June with our clubs, because we wouldn't have been in contact with each other, so it was that bit worrying factor. But I know for myself, and I know for Western Gaels, it's that bit of appetite that we all needed. We had that break, we had the couple of months, and now it's just hell for leather and see what happens.
This year I think we started training January, February time, and it was going really well, and then to kind of shut down all of a sudden was kind of a bit disappointing. But yeah, girls did their own thing over the lockdown and were very good, and sure, once we were allowed to go back training, I suppose it was great this year. You know, County was put on a bit of a break, so like we could go back training with our clubs, and it was great. And once we started back training, it's been flying. So we look forward to next weekend.
They haven't been in a county final in 5 years, like, so it's new to most of the team, half the team that's coming through there, because the West Clare Gaels have been building over the last 4 or 5 years. So it is new to half of them, like, but it is a good feeling, yeah, to be preparing for a county final, yeah.
Well, in fairness now, you'd have to be motivated as last year, like we know the day was coming we would be beaten, like, but like we didn't expect it, and in the manner we expected, like we were totally outclassed and outbullied. And it's like when you go into a restaurant, you get 10 good meals, and the one bad one you get to be always remembered, like, so. But like it hurt us now, you know. But in fairness, Kilmahoe, they were worthy champions, and they had the homework done us. They really had the homework done us, and they beat us on the day, and there's nothing we could do about it.
People say like what keeps you motivated and stuff, and as I said before, like this year now it might be someone else's first time in a county final, and I suppose you want to win it for them as much as you want to win it for yourself, so that's what keeps us motivated, like the young girls coming through, and then you don't know how many years the older girls, I won't name them now, but the older girls left, so you want to do it for them as well, you know, so that's what keeps us motivated.
We believe what we can do, we believe in our management, and we believe in each other, and you know, when you have that and you have everyone on the same page, it's really easy as a group of girls to just come and train. And I think it's definitely easier not having girls being pulled away to county trainings and stuff like that. You have your full panel there, and when you have your full panel at training, it gives that girls that bit of appetite and that bit of work that we all need as a group.
Oh, after lecture, anything is possible, like, you know, on any given day, sure, a final is a final. It's 2 teams, it's 15 versus 15, like. It's how you reacted, like, you know. Anything is possible on the day. With sport, is it? We all have hit to say one time there, one common team at a match, you could look away from the match, you said, for 30 seconds you could miss the best move of the game. You know, so anything is possible on the day, but we have to be ready for it and tuned in.
Well, so we have no choice. We give it everything we have. Like, we know what the banner brings to the table. The last 10 or 12 county finals, they've won 10 of them. It speaks for itself. They're practically a county team, you know. But we'll bring our heart, we'll bring our fire. We have a couple of forwards, we're well able to defend, so we'll bring what we have to the table and see where it takes us.
This is where we wanted to be at the start of the year. We set out a target to get back to the county final, and I suppose that's where we are now. We're a week out from it, so just looking forward to it. And as you said, yeah, I suppose losing last year was probably a big shock to a lot of people, and I suppose a bigger shock to ourselves. It didn't go well for us on the day, and that's what we had to accept. But yeah, no, we're highly motivated now this year to get back on winning terms and winning ways. So
the opposition we're going up against, they're a very good side, so we're just going to give it a blast, and we are just delighted to have gotten this far in the campaign ourselves, and I think it's a real achievement as part of our own club. With the last couple of months that everything has gone on, I think we're going to give it our all, and that's all we can expect of our team, is just to give it everything.
It's county final at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how many we've won, or like they haven't been to a county final in a few years, but they'll be gunning just as much as we are. You know, they'll throw the kitchen sink at us now, so we just have to prepare for that, and we've prepared well so far. So we've 1 week left, and yeah, we're looking forward to it now, and it'll be a great match.
But there'll be 2 men missing on Sunday, though, I have to mention. 2 men, a West Clare man, Kieran Harvey, and our own man, our own Michael Collin, Mike McInerney. They'll be missing Sunday. They were 2 great friends of mine. But they'll be missing Sunday, so hopefully they'll be looking down on us and on Clare ladies football in general.
It's always our showpiece every year, I suppose, to finish off the year in our championships. it's been a difficult year, as everyone knows, with the COVID and the whole lot. We didn't, I suppose, in June envisage we'd be playing football in September, so it's a great boost for everyone, for players and mentors and people involved in football. It's absolutely brilliant to be playing here. And to Doonbeg have always been good to us, so with league games and county finals and stuff, as every other club are, but it's good to be back here again this year again. Kilmurray came back into the grade again. It was always looked to be in the cards, and it's proven to be for the finals. Two intriguing finals with Banner and West Clare Gales, as I said in the senior, will be intriguing as well, because I suppose last year proved that Banner is such a great team, but teams can be beaten, so West Clare Gales will have to really perform, I suppose, to play such an excellent team as the Banner. And Milltown and Kilmurray, I suppose it's a tough one to call, because it'll be so tight, so close, so rivalries and the whole lot between it, but equally two games will be very interesting games, hopefully.
You must be fairly happy with how things have gone, given the year that we've had. You opted for Monday evening championship matches, and it seemed to work very well. Clubs knew exactly when they were playing. Yes,
it seemed to work very well, yeah. A good relationship with the Camogie as well, and the whole lot, it all worked well. But from the board point of view, we're really thankful to the clubs for playing games on time. I know we had a couple of issues with weather and stuff like that, which no one could predict, but every other game has run off, even with the underage games as well, have all run off very well. So it's great credit to the clubs and management in the clubs and the club executives for really pushing that forward to get the games on time, so we could come to a stage like next Sunday, when games are being played on the appointed time, and our showcase games are really being shown off as well, which is great.
No team in Kilmurray last year, it was kind of like either get it together this year or fall apart. And I suppose the reason I came in more so was I've nieces and younger girls coming up along, and I wanted something there for them. So then when I decided to row in and John and Bernie and stuff got behind it as well, and the commitment from the girls has been outstanding. Like, it's been brilliant all year.
There was parts of this year that you were wondering, would we get back playing? Then there was parts of the year you were thinking, how long more is championship going to last? And like, to be still in it and to make a county final and to be playing for as long as you can in the championship is brilliant, you know.
We've played reasonably well now. Like, we've done everything we've been asked now by, I suppose, our management and everything. You know, you couldn't really ask much more from the girls. They put 100% into everything. Even our trainings now, we're getting girls turning up. There's no bother. Like Anthony, you asked them, be there 15 minutes early, they'll be there. You know, you couldn't ask better than that now, to be fair.
It's kind of number one in Milltown at football, like within the parish, and whether it is ladies or our men's team, you know, there is always good support for whoever is out, and it's a pity that supporters can't get in next Sunday week, but look, at hopefully it is great that it's been live streamed, and they'll get an opportunity to see that too, you know.
It's very disappointing, you know. You talk to people and you hear people, they just love to be at games, love to be going to games, you know, enjoying the games. But look, it's the new normal, as they say, and you know, at least it's been live streamed and it's been promoted and put out there for everyone to see. So it's a brilliant opportunity to watch it.
Ladies football can be strange in that, like, you can get hit for a couple of goals left, right, in the space of 2 minutes. It's not like men, it's not as structured, and it's more played off the cuff, and there's less system orientated. So I think when they hit the field, all the friendships go aside. But again, no more than I've seen them after some of the games already this year. They're out together in Milltown and they're all socialising at the same tables and everything. So I think for the 60 minutes that the game is on, even family rivalries will be put aside and everyone will want to win. But once it's all over, it's all left aside again.
The girls that know each other, I suppose, fairly well. They've all went to school together, and then we had 4 girls, 4 of the Kilmurray girls playing with us last year. Ciara Hickey, Ciara McCarthy, Amy and Maeve. So yeah, we know each other fairly well, and I'm sure there'll be a bit of crack around for the week, all right.
I'm expecting like an extremely competitive final. Like, we'd be familiar with an awful lot of the girls, you know, we'd have the height of respect for them. They have an unbelievable team, you know. Up front they're very good, you know, they're good defensively as well, like, so they have a brilliant team. You know, we'd be very familiar with them from over the years between schools and amalgamation and things. So yeah, look, it's going to be a really big game. We're hoping to be competitive, that's all we want, and you know, to be within the final.
Rival clubs, what more could you ask? But you couldn't ask for a better intermediate county final than that, I'm sure. Do you know, there's, I suppose in my house alone, there's a bit of rivalry there with the sister playing full back from, but we wouldn't give too much away now to each other, that's for sure.
I mean, that's a That's a very unique scenario.
Unique is right, yeah, you could call it that.
How would you handle it? Like, I mean, do you actually talk about football?
Well, now in fairness, in the group stages we were non-stop chat about it. It was always because, like, you know, they would have played even Fergus Rovers and that, so you'd be like, how are they? Or they like this or that or whatever. But there's the word being spoken now these days, that's for sure. For fear you let anything out. Not even telling her where I'm playing nowadays or anything.
The rivalry is built up, the supporters build it up more than what the players, and I know that from the senior county final last year, all the players get on great, good friends. Like, these girls go to school together, they're sisters, they play together at school, they played together last year, and like for us, when we started talking to the two Kieras and Maeve and a few of them that played with Milltown last year, they absolutely really enjoyed it. And for us, it was like, we felt like when we set up this year, we had to bring it to a different level because of the level that Milltown had it at last year with them, to give them something to aim at. It's a
young group that we have at the moment. Like, the majority of them are minors or just out of minors, and we've even a couple of 16s playing. Look, it would be great to win it, you know, but like, I suppose we're facing a serious challenge in Kilmurray next week, and they've quality all over the place, you know. So look, we're there anyway, and if we can get a performance, we'll be happy enough with that.
You kind of know what to expect from them. Like, they're a physical team, they are strong. They've got a few more players in this year, and same as ourselves really. But it's an on the day thing. Like, you wouldn't be going in too confident, or you wouldn't be going in too scared either. Like, but
it's brilliant to be in another, you know, county final. We were in one last year, and, you know, being back in one this year, it's unbelievable. You'd feel extremely grateful to be in one. You know, the buzz is good around the place, and it's just exciting. Like, we've had like a tough road to get back into the final, so it's good to be here and to be thinking about another county final on Sunday.
We really do need everyone performing to the best they can, you know, so that's what will get us over the line really, because we know Milltown will bring that to us anyway, that's for sure.
The gaze of Loophead Lighthouse illuminates the county, so while ships are steered to safety, on land it reveals a bounty. The cliffs of Moor, Fenora Beach, Vandelore Gardens, 9 blue flag beaches, by foot or bike or car, entirely within reach. And it's all there, in Clare. And the beams of Loophead Lighthouse brighten the wild Atlantic way. Bees pollinate the heather, offshore dolphins jump and play. Bunratty banquets unique style, a multitude of caves, the Holy Isle, 100,000 welcomes hospitality with a smile, not to mention more than 7,500 archaeological sites. Sure, it's all there, in Clare. The wonders of Loophead Lighthouse shines down upon the banner, home of Brian Boru and Cuchulainn too, O'Connell, Cusack and Dev's old manor. The burn where nature does unfold, Poolin a Brone Dolmen more than 5,000 years old. Within Ireland's hidden heartlands where stories are still told, the freshest food served hot and cold, it's all there, in Clare. For the county town of Ennis or a village beside the sea, from ancient native woodlands with such bird life in the trees, a wellness comes upon you. As the time begins to slow, it even inspired the submarine that below the waters go. So whether for culture or for history, or the perfect place to rest, when the time is right, enjoy the sights with hospitality at its best. All under the gaze of Loophead Lighthouse. And it's all there, in Clare. Find out more at visitclare.ie.
Well, we try and cater for almost all age brackets, and you know, we have some of the best brands in the world within the walls of the shop. Anything from Boss down to Ted Baker, through to Tommy Hilfiger, right down to G-Star, Super Dry, Tommy Bow as a local brand. Yeah, so we have a cross section of price ranges and a good cross section of brands.